I finally found the perfect frog for catching largemouth bass, the Tackle Sprinkler. But in this video, we're going to talk about the rod and reel combo that I've used where I've actually had success catching big largemouth bass on these silly frogs. What's up and welcome to the Fish with Gramps YouTube channel. My name is JT, and if you're looking for tips, tricks, reviews, how-tos, and a whole lot of bass fishing, hey, you've come to the right spot. If you've been around the channel for any amount of time, you know that I have struggled over the years throwing every kind of frog and just never got them hooked up. Just couldn't do it. I've tried more frog rods than I could throw a stick at and every frog on the market until I met the Tackle Sprinkler, where I managed to catch two of my biggest fish last year. This giant 22.5-inch, 7-pound, well, close to 7 pounds on Lake Guntersville, and then another nice 20-inch down at Cotto. Now, the rod I use for this is a Shimano Expride B 7 heavy, because you just can't find the Shimano Expride B 7.3 extra heavy, which is also great for punching, flipping, you know, dealing with that deep vegetation and those larger bass down south. The one I could find was a 7-foot heavy, and it's actually worked out beautifully, even down on Lake Guntersville and even down in Texas. It's worked perfectly for me, so I am perfectly happy with this rod. Now, if you could find a 7.3 extra heavy, you might want to pick it up because they're a unicorn. You just can never find it. But let's take a quick look at the Expride B series, and then we'll talk about my combo and setup. So as you can see, Shimano uses the carbon monocoque handle, a cork grip, the CI4 Plus reel seat, this very nice cork reel nut that I absolutely love because it doesn't rip my finger up. It's got the X, whatever it was they call it for torsional rigidity, but absent the SIC guides, perfect. But this rod, coming in under 300 bucks, I think like 280, is what I consider a great bang for the buck. If I tell a lot of people, and even though I fish with higher end G Loomis stuff now because of my partnership with American Legacy Fishing, if I had to just choose one single rod line, best bang for the buck across the board, both bait casting and spinning, Shimano Expride B. And I've played with pretty much everything from all the way up from GCX, GLX, IMX Pro, NRX Plus on the G Loomis side, several different Daiwa rod lines, including some of the higher end ones, very nice rods. But for me, for the spend, 280 bucks on a rod that's got the Expediter program, warranty system in place, where if you break it, you can pay a small fee and get a replacement, just like G Loomis does. It's absolutely phenomenal. But strong rods, light, and I mean just perfectly balanced. I've actually got this paired up with, you might remember a review I did a year and a half ago on the Shimano Bantam line, but I didn't really care for it after fishing with it for a month because the thumb spool kind of chewed up my thumb. But since I'm down about 85 pounds since I made those videos, my chubby little stubber actually fits in here a little better and doesn't rub nearly as much. So I paired my frog rod up with this Bantam and 30-pound Power Pro braid so that I can get those bomb casts with this frog. I started out with a 50-pound braid, but my buddy Chad, who lives down on Gunnersville, said, dude, 30 is plenty for horsing those fish out of the pads and out of the thick stuff. And he's 100% right. Going from 50 down to 30 increased my casting probably by 25%, and it actually works out beautifully. Now, if you don't want to spend the money on a Bantam, Shimano Corrado work for you all day long. Corrado 200, Corrado 150 will do just fine. I actually fished a Corrado 70 on it for a long time and an SLX 70 as well, just trying out different reels. But I decided I wanted something a little sturdier, so I went back to the Bantam that I didn't like before. Performed flawlessly for me after going for 3 years and being ridiculed and made fun of because old Gramps couldn't land a frogfish. And now my new Ketch PB of 22.5 on this rod with that frog, got my confidence all kinds up. And I've already caught my first frogfish of 2025 when I was down at Lake Fork, Texas. Let's take a quick look at that. There's one on a frog. Yeah, baby. There we go. Frogfish in Texas, 18 inches. Let's go. So if you're looking for good quality rod and reel combos, both new and used, I suggest you visit my good friends at AmericanLegacyFishing.com. You can use code GRAMPS5 on the new website they just put up, and it's 5 now instead of 10 because now you have the ability to stack my discount code on top of existing sales. So if they've got Dobbins marked down 20%, you can throw up Gramps 5 and get an additional 5%, stacking them up. Save you some money. If you want to save even more money, I would call Brian at American Legacy Fishing, tell him old Gramps sent you, and he'll get you taken care of. Any comments or questions, drop them down below. What do you think about a combo like this? Have you thrown the Shimano Expride B line yet? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you want to see a rod review on my favorite chatterbait Expride B, I'll drop a link to that right here. If you want to see my favorite spinning rod for throwing those wacky rigs, shaky heads, I'll drop a link to that right here. Until next time, get outside when you can and make some memories. One cast at a time.